Good morning, students. Welcome to New Era Global School online teaching class. So, last 2 days we are discussing about our chapter 7, right? Human skeletal and the nervous system. So, today we will learn about what do you mean by the muscles. So, in addition to the bones, cartilage and muscles, they also help us in the movement. For movement, along with the bones, we need cartilage and muscles. First, what do you mean by cartilage? So, cartilage, it holds the bones together at the joints. So, to the joints, the cartilage will hold the bones there. It also protects the bones. So, without the cartilage, the bones would rub against each other and wear out. अगर आपको cartilage नहीं है, what will happen? The bones will rub against with each other like the friction. And then some organs such as the nose and ears, they also have cartilage. Okay. And then muscles are the tissues that are covered the bones. Okay, these are also tissues that cover the bones. Where are they attached? They are attached to the bones with the help of the special tissues. How they are attached? They are attached to the bones with the help of special tissues called tendons. So both the muscles and bones, they work together to make the movements. And then they also help in important process such as digestion. So what they are telling, they also help in the important process such as digestion. So mainly there are 3 type of muscles are there. So let us discuss about these muscles. First one, it is called skeletal muscles. Second one, cardiac muscles. And third one, it is called smooth muscles. What are they? Skeletal muscles, cardiac muscles and smooth muscles. So first, what is the skeletal muscles? Skeletal muscles help in the movement. How they are useful? They help in the movement. Muscles in the arm and legs, these are examples of skeletal muscles. So these are the only type of muscles we can control directly. Then cardiac muscles, they are present in the heart only. We cannot control these muscles like heart breathing, heart pumping. So these muscles we cannot control. So they are called involuntary muscles. There are 2 type of muscles are there, voluntary and involuntary. Voluntary means we can able to control. Example, skeletal muscles. Involuntary means we cannot able to control. Example, cardiac and smooth muscles. And smooth muscles, they are present in the digestive system. Here also, we do not have any control over this type of muscles. And then talking about the nervous system. So up to last we have learned about the skeletal system, right? We have learned about what are the different type of joints, what do you mean by the cartilage, what are tendons, what are the limbs, what are girdles, right? So that are all the parts of the skeletal system. And next very important system present in our body, it is called as a nervous system. It includes mainly 3 parts. What are they? Brain, spinal cord and nerves. What are they? Brain, spinal cord and nerves. These 3 are the include the nervous system. First, we will learn about the brain. It is a very important organ present in our body. Without brain, nothing can function properly. Because It controls our body movements and store information in our memory like a computer, and it receives messages from different parts of the body, and it controls all the parts of our body. So it is very very important organ. So the human brain, mainly it has three parts: cerebrum, cerebellum and brainstem. First we will learn about what is cerebrum. This is the largest part of the brain. So in our brain it is the largest part because it is responsible for learning, keeping the memory, intelligence and logic thinking, and it also controls the functioning of the sense organs. So what they are telling, it helps us in the functioning of all the sense organs. And then talking about the cerebellum, it is situated below the cerebrum. So below the cerebrum, the cerebellum is present and is responsible for muscle coordination and maintaining the balance of our body. Okay, maintaining the balance of the body and the muscle coordination, the cerebellum is very very useful. And then medulla, it is also called as a brainstem. Its main function, it controls activities such as heartbeat, breathing, swallowing and sneezing. So these are all the three important parts of the brain. One of the important part in the nervous system. Okay, cerebrum, it is the largest part of the brain. Cerebellum, it is situated below the cerebrum. Medulla, it is also called as the brainstem. Okay. And then talking about the spinal cord. The spinal cord, it is a thick cord of nerve tissue that extends down from the brainstem. So it is a spinal cord, it is a thick cord of nerval tissue that extends down from the brainstem. And then it is surrounded and protected by the backbone. What they are telling, they are surrounded and protected by the backbone. So the spinal cord is responsible for the transfer of information between the brain and the rest of our body. So what they are telling, for transferring the information between the brain and rest of the body, the spinal cord is fully responsible. If it is affected, all the information, transformation of information will be spoiled. And it even controls the action that do not involve the brain. Sometimes what happens, it doesn't need the help of the brain. Without the help of the brain, it will control the action. Such actions, they are called reflex actions. And the nerves of the nervous system, it is called as the nerves. So if you see your body, so many nerves are present there. See your hand. In your hand you can see the thin nerve, correct? You can able to see the nerves there. So what are their functions? What they will do? So a network of nerves, they will run throughout the body, mainly to carry the messages, either to or from brain, spinal cord and the other parts of the body. Okay, there are three type of nerves are there: sensory nerves, motor nerves and mixed nerves. So first, what the sensory nerves will do? It will carry the messages from different parts of the body to the brain or spinal cord. What they will do? It will carry the messages from different parts of the body to the brain. डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ द बॉडी में मैसेज लेने के लिए वो तो ब्रेन में देता है मैसेज. इट विल कन्फर्म टू द ब्रेन. मोटर नर्व्स, these motor nerves They carry the messages from the brain. What it will do? They carry the messages from the brain or from the spinal cord, and it deliver to different parts of the body. And then mixed nerves, it carry the messages in both the ways. They carry the message from brain to different parts or from different parts to the brain. So both the काम ये कर सकता है. So it is called as a mixed nerves. I'm repeating again, listen. So the network of nerves run through our body, carry the messages. It is called as a nerves. There are three type of nerves are there: sensory nerves, motor nerves, and mixed nerves. So what the sensory nerves will do? It carry messages from different parts of the body to the brain or spinal cord. Motor nerves, it carry the messages from the brain or spinal cord and deliver to different parts of the body. Mixed nerves, it carry the messages in both the ways. They carry message from brain or spinal cord to different parts of the body, or from the different parts of the body to the brain or spinal cord. And the last one, it is called as a reflex action. So, if you touch your hot object, what will happen? Suddenly, you will take your hand, right? So, who is responsible for this? Namely, the reflex action, the atomic response of the body to a particular stimulus. It is called the reflex action. Most reflex action take place because of message sent by the spinal cord. The brain is not involved. So the spinal cord, before the slide we have seen, right? The spinal cord will do these messages due to the reflex action. So this is all the today's topic. We have seen about the muscles, how the muscles are helpful to us. Then what we have seen, in that muscles we have seen two types. What are they? First one, it is called as the skeletal muscles. Second, cardiac muscles and smooth muscles. Along with that, two type of muscles are there: voluntary muscles and involuntary muscles. The action can be controlled by us. They are called voluntary muscles. So some of the actions of the muscles cannot be controlled by us. So they are called involuntary muscles. Then we have discussed what do you mean by the nervous system. It includes brain, nerves and spinal cord. These three are the important parts of nervous system. First, brain. It is the largest organ of the nervous system. It is divided into three parts: cerebrum, cerebellum and brainstem. Cerebrum is the largest part of the human brain because function as vision, hearing, smell, speaking, writing and remembering the things. All this portion the cerebrum will cover. And cerebellum, it is located below the brain, that is the cerebrum ka niche. For maintaining the balance of our body control, activities such as walking, hitting a cricket ball, playing a video game, all these are controlled by cerebellum. And then brainstem, it is the lower part of the brain. Another name, it is called medulla. Breathing, digestion and heartbeat, these are all the functions performed by brainstem. Then spinal cord. The spinal cord is a thick, it is a bundle of nerves present at the back of the brain. And then its main function is to transform the neural messages. It acts as a signals. These actions, they are called reflex actions. Then we have seen about the nerves. Three type of the nerves are there: sensory nerves, motor nerves and mixed nerves. Then reflex action, an immediate automatic response of our body to a stimulus. It is called as a reflex action. So today's section we will complete. Tomorrow we will discuss about our sense organs.